Small forward is probably the hardest position to rank. I did centers, power forwards, and small forwards, and I'm gonna have to revisit this when I do shooting guards or point guards soon. But so far, making the small forwards list was the hardest one I had to make. But with that being said, Franz Wagner is a better player than Jimmy Butler in the year 2025. And I don't think that's a hot take to say. Jimmy Butler still gets a lot of praise for whatever reason for some playoff runs that happened a few years ago, and then he didn't show that with the Warriors when Steph went out against the Timberwolves. He didn't step up when they needed him most. That's what they want. That's what they got rid of Wiggins for. They needed somebody that they felt like was more clutch than Wiggins and was overall better than Wiggins, which Jimmy is. But when it came down to the playoff series versus the Timberwolves, he didn't show up. Steph was out for injury for what four games of five that they played. They lost in five or six. I'm pretty sure it was five, but Jimmy Butler didn't show up. Franz Wagner, after having a disappointing playoff run last year in a seven-game series loss against the Cavs, he stepped up and put up 25 points per game against the Celtics, doing that and that Celtics team they were definitely a better defensive team than the Cavs teams from last year. So him being able to do that, seeing how bad he played and being able to step up and play even better next year, was just him and Paolo giving the Celtics work, and obviously no Jalen Suggs. They end up losing in five. But Franz Wagner has continued to get better each and every season. His stats have went up. His overall game has just looked better each and of the last 3 years. He's just gotten progressively better from his second to now fourth year, going into his fifth, going into next season. While Jimmy Butler has made one All-NBA team these past 3 years, neither one of these guys has been an All-Star. And I feel like Franz would have been an All-Star this year if it wasn't for him being injured when he did. Because even when Paolo went down, he was still keeping that Orlando team afloat, which many people were surprised by. And then he went down with the injury. And Orlando had a lot of injuries this past season. Still made the playoffs as a 7th seed, losing to the Celtics, like I said, in 5. But Franz Wagner has continued to get better over these last 3 seasons. His second playoff run was much better than his first one, while Jimmy Butler has shown regression. He's regressed over these last few years. He hasn't been the same. His three-point shooting has been inconsistent. Like I said, it didn't show up when Steph went down. It's clear as day that age is catching up to Jimmy Butler. There's other players that age haven't caught up to him, but when it comes to Jimmy Butler, it's clear as day that age is catching up to him, which is why I have him ranked as the 5th best small forward in the league, and I have Franz Wagner at number 4 currently. So let me know what y'all think about that, but I do think Franz is better than Jimmy at this point. Now, can Franz move higher than number 4 on this list? I don't know, because I got Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, and LeBron above Franz Wagner, but we'll see what happens with Orlando this year. I think they can make some magic happen.